Hello everyone, this is your set number 5, Rise of Mahajanpadas. The period is from 600 to 300 BCE. Total 8 previous year questions appeared based on this theme. Let's begin. Total 8 MCQs. We are starting with this question. Consider the following statements about the emergence of urban centers in India from 6th century BC. All of them developed away from the capitals of Mahajanpadas? No. Major towns were located along routes of communication? Yes. You must be aware about the idea of Uttar Path and Dakshin Path. Many were bustling centers of commercial, cultural and political activity? Yes, they were. So only 2 statements. Now, variations in the framing of option we are also observing in the last few years. So this is the new pattern and the new normal, I would say. So 2 statements are correct, and which 2? These 2. Okay. This is wrong because all of them developed away from the capitals of Mahajanpada? No. The reason is this. In the 6th century BC North India, urban settlements with a distinct urban morphology and architecture were clearly emerging in the midst of teeming villages and surrounding forests. As far as South India is concerned, the site of Kodumanal, Tamil Nadu is especially important. The evidence, okay, I am sorry for the noise which is coming in the background, but I hope my voice is clear to you. If there is any issue, you can message me, okay? But I hope this won't bother so much. Anyway, focus here. So comprehensively, if I say, so it was not kind of a thing that all these urban cities, better to say, not just the centers, were developed away from the capitals of Mahajanpada, because just think about in the current scenario about the bustling cities surrounding Delhi and Mumbai or Calcutta. So they are also urban centers. So it is not like all of them developed very far away from the capitals. Okay. So same was the thing. Okay. In history, try to go from known to unknown. Okay. This is the approach we always apply whenever we try to infer something. So that's why your option number 1. So these are the things where you can apply your logic to a certain extent, okay, because it is possible here to do so, but not everywhere, because this is not a factual thing, kind of a very rational argument it is. All of them developed away from the capitals of Mahajanpada? No, this can't be the case. The foundations of this urbanization, the second phase in the north, were laid in the earlier centuries with the establishment of a firm agricultural base that ensured sustained food surpluses. Now there are different names mentioned in the Pali Canon for urban settlements. Pura meant a town or city like Jaipur, often associated with fortifications. Nagara was a fortress or town. Nigama referred to a market town. Rajdhani was a capital city. Nagaraka was a small town. Mahanagar, a big city. Champa, Rajgriha, Shravasti, Saket, Kaushambi and Varanasi were Mahanagaras. It's interesting to note that archaeology confirmed the importance of the great cities of literature. These cities were linked to each other through the trade routes of the time. You know these things, Uttar Path and Dakshin Path. The city was not only a certain type of settlement, it was also a political, social and economic space. So many were bustling centers of commercial, cultural and political activity. Absolutely correct. Moving to the next question. What if UPSC frame a question like, of 1990s type? They will put up a map. Okay, so maybe after 16, on the evening of 16th June, we will be discussing like, okay, so this is, old were gold and we are watching a comeback of previous kind of questions, previous years. You may get. So in 1997, UPSC in their civil service exam asked you that the following map shows 4 of the 16 Mahajanpada that existed in the ancient India, and these are the locations. Okay, I have attached the map also. Okay, so if you see, this is your A, I think. Oh no, sorry, the A is here, so it is Matsya, then B is Avanti, then C is your Vatsa, and D is your Anga. Okay, so this was the answer, a straight map based question. No wonder if you see such kind of question after a gap of so many decades, they can give you. If we can see assertion reason based question appearing once again after a long time in 2023 prelims, so of course we can see this kind of pattern also in 2024. So don't wonder in the exam hall. Okay, next question. Which one of the following was initially the most powerful city-state? Extremely simple, no need to discuss. It was Magad. Magad, important things, bounded by the Ganga, Son, Champa rivers and the Vindhyan range. Capital was initially Girivraj or Rajgriha, modern Rajgir. The current excavation is going on here, for which I am associated with the Patna excavation branch. It is for this Rajgir. I am very proud of it. And place of rise of the Mauryan dynasty, of course, we will see in the next set. Next question. Which one of the following dynasties was ruling over North India at the time of Alexander invasion? Again, plain simple NCERT based question, Nanda. Also in your notes, Dhanananda was ruling Magadha at the time of Alexander invasion. Greek accounts call him Agramis and Xandramis. Next question. Yes, this was the thing I was talking about. The Bias river, another name in the Greek accounts. It is your, how to pronounce this? I am very poor in Greek. I think it's Hyphasis. Okay, it is Hyphasis. Okay, so which one of the following rivers in India was not crossed by Alexander and his army? So anecdote is very interesting to know. So the year was 326 BCE. Alexander's army crossed the Indus. Ambi, the ruler of Takshila, extended support to the Greeks. Porus, also known as Puru or Purava, who ruled the area between the Jhelum and Chenab, offered resistance, but was overpowered. From the Jhelum, Alexander moved onward and captured the area between the Chenab and Ravi. Movement beyond the Bias was prevented by the resistance of his own soldiers, and this Bias river is known as Hyphasis, whatever you pronounce it. But UPSC may again give you the simple name, okay, which was the river Jhelum, Bias, Satluj, okay. You may get confused with it, with Jhelum most probably, if not with the Chenab or Satluj or Indus. But the correct answer will be Bias. Keep this in mind. Okay, next question. From among the following Mahajanpadas, identify the Gana Sangha, which were the oligarchies. So there were only two Ganas or Sanghas, which were your Vajji and Malla, and you have Vajji in the option, so this is your answer. Two of the Mahajanpadas, the Vajji and Malla, were Sanghas. It is interesting to note that most of the Ganas, especially the politically important ones, were located in or near the Himalayan foothills in eastern India, while the major kingdoms occupied the fertile alluvial tracts of the Ganga valley. There were two kinds of Gana, those that consisted of all or a section of one clan, for example the Shakyas, and those that comprised a confederation of several clans like the Vajjis. Buddha belonged to the Shakya clan, and Bhagwan Mahavir, he belonged to the Vajji clan. Okay, next question. Kind of an indirect thing which you can guess. See, in these, if you know this very well, no issue, but if you don't know this, on the basis of the information provided you in the notes or maybe in your NCERT also, I think it's mentioned somewhere, it's about Avanti. Okay, Avanti Mahajanpada, one of the great 16 Mahajanpada. It was located in the Vindhyan ranges. It was divided into two parts. The two important towns of this kingdom were Maheshmati which is your modern Maheshwar town in Madhya Pradesh, and Ujjaini, modern Ujjain, both mentioned as the capital of Avanti. Now the question is, it is asked in CDS 2022, on the bank of which one of the following rivers was the ancient Maheshmati located? I did not mention Narmada, okay, the name of river Narmada here. If you know, very good. If you don't know, at least you know this much information, Vindhyan ranges, and you know in your geography the Satpura range or the Vindhyan range, the Tapti and the Narmada river is flowing, okay, from out of these ranges. So it's easy to guess the Narmada river out of these four options. Okay, so this is how I would say this is the area. These are those questions where you can smell some scope for kind of logical and very conceptual guessing, not a wild guessing at all. I don't support it. Okay, so this is the idea, this was the question. The answer is Narmada, on the basis of Vindhyan ranges, known to unknown. Always try to do this, but not with the every question. That's the caution. Next question, I think this is the last one. Appeared in 2011. A good question, I would say, but tough also. Question says, India maintained its early cultural contacts and trade links with Southeast Asia across the Bay of Bengal. For this preeminence of early maritime history of Bay of Bengal, which of the following could be the most convincing explanation or explanations? C. Maritime trade with Southeast Asia also began in the early historical period. The expansion of trade led to the emergence of traders as an important urban group. It was no doubt because of their economic affluence that Buddhist texts describe Vanijya trade as one of the high occupations. India had better shipbuilding technology in ancient and medieval times also, so this helped. And rulers of southern India always patronized traders, Brahmin priests and monks for this purpose. Now, once again read this question, that India maintained its early cultural contacts and trade links with Southeast Asia across the Bay of Bengal. For this preeminence of early maritime history of Bay of Bengal, which of the following could be the most convincing explanations? As compared to other countries, India had a better shipbuilding technology in ancient and medieval times, correct? The rulers of southern India always patronized traders, Brahmin priests and Buddhist monks in this context. Yes, we have seen this. So we have option number D, both A and B are convincing explanations in this context. Talking about option number C, monsoon winds across the Bay of Bengal facilitated sea voyages. Yes, but it was not all about the voyaging and discovering kind of other areas or the locations. It was about the trade relationships. Okay, this was a prerequisite that okay, it will happen, that's a natural phenomena, but what effort we did? We were building the technology, we were patronizing the monks and the priests and the traders. So these were the things, hence the option number A and B, they both are the most suitable thing, and officially your answer is also option number D. With this, thank you so much, see you in the next set.